Hey y'all, come on in. Come on in. Happy Thankful Thursday. Come on in and hang out with me for a second. I know this phone is a lie. That's a whole lie. It's my work phone. I forgot to cut it off. And I don't care what they want. Oops, I'm sorry. If anybody from work, no, I'm off, so I don't have to care. Hey y'all. Come on in and say what's up. Let me know you here. We'll invite a few people. If you could share this with someone, that would be pretty awesome. Listen, y'all know how I used to feel about asking y'all to share anything. I didn't want you to do it. I wasn't going to ask you, but I believe that if somebody can be helped, who am I to not share, okay? So that's the goal, to help people anyway. Find a few more people and let's go. Let's go. How was your day, guys? I hope you had an amazing day. I hope your week has been great. I hope that everything that you set out to do, you were successful, or at least you attempted. Like, that's the goal, right? That's the goal, right? Let me see. Let me know you. Hey, Auntie Cynthia. Hi, Rashawn. How are you? Hey, Brianna. Listen, y'all, I'm trying to do a little something. I saw this hat and I liked it. And I said, okay, we're going to try it. So I got my 1960s bang. I'm trying to do the bayang. Yes, the bayang. I'm trying it, y'all. So if it come down, just give me some grace because I didn't put no bobby pins or nothing in it. But yeah, y'all, come on in. I want to talk a little bit today. I told y'all today we were not talking about the election. I hope y'all got that out of your system because we're not talking about it today. But I did want to talk about some stuff that was good. Hey, Miss Kanisha, how are you, ma'am? So I'm going to go ahead and start. Y'all know I sometimes do stuff that I want to grab attention, but for a good reason. So I said my topic was they fighting. Guess who? And everybody likes a good fight, right? Some people say, oh, they don't like fights, because it's violent and it's too much confrontation and commotion. And then some people, they run to the fight. Every time they see something, they want to run right to the fight. And so my topic is controversial because the question is not if there is going to be a fight. There's definitely going to be a fight, but who's in the fight? And the fight I'm talking about is the fight for mobility, okay? That don't sound as exciting as you thought, right? But let's talk about it. What do I mean? I mean, how often is it that, sometimes we say we have two different natures inside of us. Some people like to say, we have our logical self, we have our emotional self. Some people like to say, we got flesh and spirit. Some people like to say, I got good and evil. All these different things that, people use to explain it. But oftentimes the fight I'm talking about is the fight that's inward fight, okay? And, someone had kind of dared me out the other day. They were like, oh, a lot of times you talk about stuff that's geared towards women, and I have no problem with that. Yeah, listen, I'm a woman, so yes, a lot of my stuff is going to feel like that. But honestly, it's not geared towards women. Everything I talk about literally can affect and relate to everyone. You just have to be willing to listen and open your ears and think about it. So today what we're talking about is that inward battle. This is not something that's super sappy, super crazy. No, this is some real stuff. Hey, Robert. Hey, Mom, how are you? This is about the reality about how you are dealing with those two pieces and how they can stop you from forward movement. The reason it's so important is because we're about to be at the end of the year, right? And everybody wants to say, oh, forget about 2020. Oh, forget about, let's hurry up and get past it. Oh, COVID messed this year up. Oh, this, and that happened. But, and listen, I understand how a lot of bad things happen for a lot of people. But I want to talk about, forget 2020 for a moment. Where do you find yourself this time of year, every year? Like, what are you doing? Are you sitting around and hanging out with your friends? Are you sitting there moping about how you wish you had this life? Are you being regretful about the things that you should have done or the things you want to attain? Are you thinking about this life that you think is unattainable and yet doing nothing to get there? This is not me putting blame, but this is me saying there's a fight, y'all. And I think sometimes we are scared of fights and we back away from fights. Like, you know, there are people that are not confrontational. And so the minute somebody like challenges them, the minute someone says something against what they are thinking, even if it's in themselves, they back away. They run away from it. And a lot of time people like, what am I trying to say? They pride themselves in saying, I stay away from fights. I don't want any confrontation. I don't care any mess. But what if I tell you that's the worst thing in the world? What if I say that you're not going to always avoid confrontation? I know y'all like, Paris, what are you talking about? You always talk about peace and protecting your peace. Y'all know I'm about protecting my peace at all means. But it's a difference when the result of a confrontation is going to be, there's no result. There's no positive result. I'm all about confrontation. When we walk away from that thing, there's action. When we walk away from that thing, there's change. And when we walk away from that thing, there's the prompting to do something positive. I'm all about that. Sometimes the most confrontational moments in your life have pushed you and propelled you into another place. So I again ask, there's a fight, but who's in it? Who's in the fight? And you have to answer that. Are you in the fight for your life, or are you standing on the side watching life knock you out? Are you standing on the side saying, no, I don't want that. I don't want no problems? Are you standing on the side saying, I'm just here so I don't get fined? Are you standing on the side saying, well, I'm not married yet. I'm waiting for my husband, or I'm waiting for my wife to do what I have to do? Are you standing on the side waiting, well, you know what? I have this job. I can't do anything extra. Have no energy, no extra time. Are you standing on the side saying, you know what? I don't even know what I'm supposed to do, so I'm just not going to try anything? Because if it's so, you literally are opting out of the fight of your life because you're afraid you don't want to fight. And let me tell you something. Certain fights are necessary. They are. I know your mom never wanted to tell you that. I know your dad didn't tell you that sometimes. Well, I mean, listen, if y'all old school like me, I remember one time I got ran home by some bullies. And I remember, my mom's still on here, I remember that I got ran home by some bullies. And it was kind of like a thing of like, listen, you run home one more time and let them kids run you home without standing up for yourself, you're going to have to deal with me. And let me tell you something, I didn't want to deal with her. At that time, I understood, but what she was trying to get me to realize is that you can't run for your whole life. You're not going to be able to run. You're going to have to actually stand up and say, you know what, some things are worth the fight. Some things are worth the fight. Hey, T, I miss you. You say you're a lover, never a fighter. Listen, T, you got to listen to me, though. So this is not the fight, me fighting nobody else. No, this is the fight inside. This is the inside fight. We're fighting for my life. If I don't show up to fight for my life and for my purpose, who gonna do it? If I back down from tribulations and trials, then how am I gonna go forward? Some fights are necessary. We gotta stop opting out. We have to stop. Let me tell you something. Y'all know what a comfort zone is. You heard a comfort zone. We hear this word all the time, but I don't think we really talk about it. We don't really talk about this of this word comfort zone. Listen, T, I know you fight all the time, sweetie. You always going to be the best version of you. Because like I always tell people, who you fighting? If you ask Paris who she fighting, I'm fighting the current version of me. I'm fighting the future version of me. Because the current version of me wants, or it wants to stay here. And every once in a while, the past version of me want to get in some hits every once in a while, right? Like, and want to just be hating and try to pull me back there. But the current version, sometimes you get comfortable in that current version and you want to stay here. But the future is pulling you like, come on. Come on. I see so much. I see where you're going to be. And it sometimes can be scary to the present you. And sometimes the past you want to pull you back. But you can't sit back and just let it happen. That comfort zone is dangerous. That comfort zone is dangerous. Listen, let me tell you something. People say, oh, well, it's okay to be comfortable. Hey, cuz, hey, Teddy. The reality of it is being comfortable is really dangerous. I didn't want to just say dangerous, but I also want to say that it's probably the easiest thing to do. Right? It's the easiest thing to do. Your comfort zone, I think, is a trap. It's a trap. Hey, Benny. Hey, Julia Boo. How are you, girl? Thank you. Your comfort zone is a trap. It's like a booby trap. That's what I think of it as. Listen, y'all know when you're supposed to be the most productive, what is it easy to do? It's easy to sit down, find something you scrolling in. It's just, I don't know about y'all, but I have to be careful with social media, especially TikTok, right? I can sit on TikTok and scroll. Facebook too, I can just scroll. I always find something just interesting and it goes into this rabbit hole. Well, I'm doing this. And then all of a sudden, 2-3 hours then pass by and I'm like, are you serious right now? I really had some things to do. And it's a comfort. I'm sitting there and I'm just I'm talking about I could be dead tired. Just told myself, oh, I needed a break. I could even be trying to sleep. And if I get into a good scroll session, baby, don't tell me nothing. Now, the great part is that I won't allow myself usually to watch TV. Like, it's some shows that I really want to watch, some series that I need to catch up on, but I said, no, because I can't just watch one show. If it's good to me, I'm going to watch the whole series. So if I don't have time for it, I don't even start it. Because if I started, I go ahead and get upset at myself because I really didn't have that time. So what are we talking about today? Let's bring it back in. I'm talking about the good fight. That comfort zone is a booby trap, baby. It will trap you into this place where you're not moving. You're here and you're comfortable, but it distracts you from where you were going. It distracts you from being productive. It distracts you from getting the path on being the future version of you and being as dope as you're supposed to be. You can't do that if you don't develop yourself. You can't do that if you don't push yourself out. Guess what? The fight, again, it's between your current version of you and the future version of you. And if you don't get in this fight, you literally are opting out and you're going to stay in a booby trap called comfort. And you're going to be looking at all your friends and all the people that you started when like a couple years later, you're going to be like, Dad, how they get there? Like how they, we was right here together. And honestly, you'll find yourself in comparison, even jealousy, because you're thinking like, how did they do that? And we was just all right here. When the reality is that they was humping. They got into the fight in the ring with themselves and said, you know what? I want more. Yes, school is going to be 4 years, but it's going to be 4 years if I start now or if I start in 2 years later. It's still going to be 4 years. So let me just go ahead and get it out the way. They're the person that says, you know what? Let me go ahead and start taking these classes, even for the certificate program. Yeah, it's hard, but it's going to be hard now. It's going to be hard 2 years from now. Might as well get started now. They're the person that said, you know what? I love to do this. I love to do this as a side thing. What if I can make it into a big thing? Let me put some energy into it. They're the person that says, you know what? I could be watching TV. I could be hanging out with my friends. I could just be, playing in social media. But you know what? Honestly, I got goals. I see myself doing something much more. Let me tell y'all something. Opportunity does not fall out of the sky. That's not how it works. Y'all always wonder why it's easier for people to give, like, it's easier for people to loan well-to-do people money. And I used to always think that was the most backwards thing in the world. Like, listen, if I want to give money to people who don't have it, but people will give money to people who have money, and there's a reason to that. Even though it doesn't seem fair all the time, it's a thing of knowing that if I put, it's almost like an investment, right? The reality is, y'all ever heard of ROI, return on investment? What it means is, if I put $5,000 in this person's hand, person A or person B. Person A is they're very fiscally responsible. They have, they have a good bank account already. They have a good job, or they have a way of making income, and they seem responsible paying all their bills. Their credit is good. I can put my money, give them the money, or I can give it to person B who late on every bill. I don't know. Sometimes they don't pay people back. They file bankruptcy. They don't keep their word. They're not consistent. Who's gonna be more likely to put the money in whose hand? And then the reality is that who are you more likely to get your money back from? And I know what you want to, with your emotion, is to say, well, the person who doesn't have it is the one who needs it. They're the one who needs the hand. I would give it to them. Well, listen, I've said that and done that my whole life, but the reality is, I know that it's like planting a seed. If I give this person $5,000, what they're gonna do with the $5,000 is gonna be above and beyond what the person over here is doing if they're not even able to steward the 100. If they're not able to steward the 500. So, Paris, what did you talk about? I'm gonna tell you what I'm talking about. I'm talking about realizing that if you're not doing anything, if you're literally stuck in a comfort zone, people are not going to want to help you out. You're not going to get blessings. Nobody's going to believe in you until you start showing that you can do something yourself. What would mean what? You got to get in the fight. You have to get into the fight. You literally can't keep on standing on the sideline and watching everybody else, and then low key sitting back like, dang, how they get there? Dang, well, who they think they are? Dang, why they think that they got a right to do this and that. I told y'all this bang is gonna be something else. So y'all be all right with me touching his hair every 2 seconds. But like, that's where we're at. Like, I can't allow you all to sit back and say, well, I don't know enough, Paris. I don't know really what I want to do. Well, okay, I'll accept that a little bit, but no, it's not enough reason for you to sit on the sideline of the fight. Let me tell you something. Every fighter trains. You hear me? Every fighter trains. There's no person that walks into the ring and literally does not train. It's not possible. I don't care how good of a fighter you are. They train almost all year around. They have a strict schedule for training, okay? They get a good trainer. They have a coach. They have a regimen. They have a way that they eat. They have a way that they train, and they get in there and they practice regularly. So what does that mean? What am I saying to you? You're not going to be great when you first decide to get in the ring. You're not meant to be. Even if you think you're great. The best fighters, even if they had natural ability, native abilities, right? If they had some strength in them that was like, oh, they've always been good, they've been strong. Okay, even with that, you still have to be able, like, it's so much more to a fight than you have to be able to breathe. There's strategy. You got to be able to move around. You have to be light. That's why the weight matters in the fight. You have to be able to be a certain weight class so you can be able to fight. You have to know the moves. You got to know how to defend yourself. It's way more than just hopping into a ring. So if you are not getting into the fight of your life because you don't think you're qualified, you don't think you know what to do yet, you don't think you're at your highest game yet, you don't think that you know or you are qualified to be the person, don't worry. You might not be, and it's okay. that's no reason for you not to get out there. You have to prepare. You got to start somewhere. You got to start somewhere. And this loudmouth lady, Paris, yeah, she's going to say it until you believe it. She's going to push you. She's going to make you so uncomfortable that you're going to be like, you know what? This girl is always talking. She always saying something, but you know what? She kind of talking to me. She kind of talking to me because I am comfortable. You know what I'm saying? When I have extra time, I am Netflix and chilling. You know, when I have extra time, I'm doing this and that, and I sleep in and I do all that. And you know what? I do want more out of my life. I do want to do this. Secretly, I want to do this. Secretly, I aspire to do that. And that's great because I know it's there. I know it's inside of you because we all have something. And there's no excuses. It's y'all know how I feel about don't tell me you too old. Don't tell me what you've already done. Don't tell me all the things you're doing already. Listen, there's always another level. And the reality is we have to decide what that looks like for us and in our life. And if you want it bad enough, you can achieve it, but you got to get in the fight. You got to start preparing. You got to get with your trainer. And guess what the trainer does? The trainer puts them in. Part of their training is in the ring. Yeah, you're going to train maybe doing some running, some jumping jacks, all that stuff, and some jumping rope, all that. But you're going to get in the ring. You're going to get in the ring because you need to get used to that space. Y'all, this is some good stuff I'm talking. I hope y'all hear me. You got to get used to this space. That's why they train them in the ring as well. They put them there so they can get used to being in this small box with these ropes and realizing that when there's two people in there, it don't feel as big as they look from the outside. You got to be able to get used to that space and being in. That's the same thing with what you're doing. If you have some arena that you know you're supposed to be in, let's say you're supposed to be in education, let's say you're supposed to be in media, whatever it is, and you're not there yet, you got to go start doing stuff in that space so you get used to being in that arena. I don't care what it is. You need to do your research. You need to start talking to people that's already there, that's doing what you're wanting to do. You have to get in the fight. And why am I so passionate about this? I'm passionate about this because I just feel like it's easy for us to say when we talked about roadblocks, what roadblocks are in your way. It's easy for us to say, oh, that's there, that I can't do this, I can't do that, or that's what that person can do, or maybe down the line. But guess what? Every journey starts with a step. You literally just have to start. You literally do. Anytime you want to work out, don't you get mad when you see that person who was consistent and worked out that whole year when you stopped? Don't you get mad? You be like, oh my God, look what they did in a year. I could have been doing the same thing. I know I do. I beat myself up every time I give up on myself. I get upset because I know better. Like in some arenas, I'm better than others, but I know better. But that's where the constant motivation has to happen. That's where you have to get around people who want things more than you want them. That's when fighters hang with fighters. They talk with people who want more. Y'all know I talk about your circle. Watch your circle. Watch your relationships. Watch who you're around. Somebody said something that was so good the other day. They said, be careful for the people that applaud your compromise. And I was just like, what? And I just sat there for a minute. I'm going to say that again. Be careful for the people around you that applaud your compromise. That thing's so deep and so weighty. It's because if you're around people who allow you to give up when they know you should still keep going, they allow you to give up without even trying to push you and help you out or hold you accountable, then you got to be careful because not only do they not want more for you, but they probably don't want more for themselves. So parts of them might be like, well, you know what? I don't want to actually move anywhere, and you know what? I'm going to be lonely if she leave me. So it's okay that you don't need to level up. Just stay here with me. We good. What's that level up stuff? What you doing that? That's overrated. You be careful around those people because those can also be dream killers. And everybody not trying to hate on you. A lot of times people just honestly don't have it within themselves to think that far. So they can't possibly help think that far for you. So sometimes it's not that people are bad people. Sometimes it's just that they're not ready to go where you're going. And since they're not, they might not be able to. And if you're so comfortable, you'd rather have the company than actually move towards destiny and purpose and fulfillment, you're going to be stuck. You got to get around the people that's in the fight around you. I don't want nobody around me that's not hungry. I don't want anybody around Paris, me. How y'all doing? I love y'all too. But if you don't want something more for yourself, I'm allergic. I'm so hungry right now in this season. I want more. And I want more for you too. So if it makes you uncomfortable that I'm around you and I'm pushing you, that's gonna not work long term. You might be able to put up with it for a second, but you're gonna be found in offense because you're gonna feel like she pushing me. Well, it's because, let me tell you something, around me, like we got to be doing something. We have to have goals. Listen, even when you accomplish something, it's on to the next. And this is not about performance. This is literally about realizing that your life is meant to influence so many other people. There are people looking to you right now that you don't even realize. They're waiting for you to become. When someone told me that, when I realized that, I got so excited because sometimes we always say YOLO, nobody, I'm only, my life, if I mess it up, I'm only affecting me. That's not true. You know how many people are connected to you, whether you see it or not? You know how many people are watching you? I'm not trying to put more anxiety on you, but I'm just letting you know, listen, what you do, your actions today affects generations to come. There are people watching you that's around you that you don't even realize. At your job, people in your neighborhood. I bet you it's somebody who can be able to tell you anything about your life. And you be like, wait a minute, how do they even know? Because you matter. People do see you. People do look to you. People do take cues from your life. And so let me tell you, like I said, you got to get in the fight. You don't get to stand on the sideline and say, no, not today. You don't get to stay on the sideline and say, well, life is beating me up. You know what? Life is going to beat you up if you sit back and take those punches. But I'm telling you, with the right preparation, with just even the ability to get in the ring, man, you can do so much more. And let me tell you something. Keep hanging around me. Keep hanging around me. You're going to do everything that you want to do. Because guess what? You can. You can literally do, I know, you can't believe it. You can literally do anything you put your mind to. And I'm not just speaking this super ridiculous, positive talk. I'm telling you what a little bit of hope, a little bit of, uncomfortability, a little bit of fight, a little bit of motivation, and a little bit of you looking at the future you and getting excited can do for you. So, you gonna fight? Or you gonna get beat up again? Or you gonna run again? Can't run, don't run. We don't run around these parts. Fam, I'm from the city of Chicago. I ran in 5th grade. That was the last time I ran from a fight. Okay? That's the last time. Ask anybody that knew me. I ain't even getting a lot of fights. That was the last time, though. I haven't ran from a fight since. Now, I've ran from some fights internally. I've ran from myself several times because, not me. I couldn't do that. No, that's just too much. No, that's not something I can do. No, I don't have the credentials. No, I don't have the schooling. No, who would listen to me? Who would buy from me? Who would want to rock with me that way? If I could talk to that version of that Paris back there, I would tell that girl, get up and stop whining. Get up. You can do everything. Knock that guilt out, that pity, all that, knock it out. Because you got stuff to do. Come on, girl. Come on. Come on, get up. I would tell her to shake the dust off. I would tell her to go ahead and start healing so she can get to the real work. I would tell her it's okay to be, it's okay to get hurt. It's okay to, fall. It's okay. It's all part of the journey. Falling is part of it. You're going to fall sometime. It's okay. Just don't stay down. Every fighter, no fighter has ever not got hit. You're going to get hit. So, it's part of it. Don't allow the fear of getting hit or falling to put you out of the race, out of the fight permanently. You owe it to yourself. You owe it to yourself. Do you know, I'm going to just give you one other metaphor. In that big fight, I don't watch it that closely, but there's a fight, Mayweather and Pacquiao did a fight, and I remember watching it, and everybody was talking about this crazy fight. I want to say the winner got like millions of dollars, but I want to say the loser also got like a substantial amount of money. Like it wasn't no small little token of money. And so even if you don't walk away with the top prize, the fact that you even are in the ring means you're entitled to a prize, a substantial prize. What does that mean for you and me? That means the fact that you are even fighting, you're going to get something out of it, and it's going to be major. But you got to get in the ring. You can't keep on tapping out. Hey, Yolanda. Hey, T. Hey, Crystal. What up, Rose? So, I hope this is helping somebody today. I hope y'all hearing me. Who fighting? It should be the present version of you and the future version of you. That should be who's fighting. That should be who's in the ring. You shouldn't even be fighting the past version of you. Because if you're done with the past, you're not going back there. You should just not even let that thing gonna try to come and, hit you illegally every once in a while. But then that's when you kick it down and say, listen, that was the past me. Don't let that thing hunt you. We talking about the present version and we talking about the future version. Period. And if you don't know what your future looks like, at least get out and contend for it. At least get out there and say, well, let me just train. Let me figure it out. Y'all give, stop standing on the sideline of your life. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of watching y'all do it. I'm sick of you sitting here saying, oh, I can't control what happens to me in my life. This is just what happens. Listen, some stuff you can't control. I understand that. I'm very aware. But there's a lot that you can control. Be intentional. Be intentional. Y'all know that's my favorite word right now. Be intentional. You can control a lot more than you give yourself credit for. Prepare. Start thinking ahead. What are you good at? What do you like? What do you want to do? What do you want your legacy to be? If you were to die today, y'all know what I like to say about Chadwick Boseman. I love Boswick. The thing is that he lived a life emptied out. He knew what was going to happen to him. And he said, no, I'm not going to just sit here and accept this. I got things to do. I have things I have to accomplish. And guess what? You sitting here healthy and you sitting here, blessed. We're not in a third world country. You're not sitting here not having water to drink. You're not sitting here without food to eat. And you have the nerve and audacity to sit back and just kind of be comfortable. I told you that comfort zone is a booby trap. It will trap you into to lack of productivity. You're gonna sit there and you're gonna watch yourself waste away. You know how I know? Because I've been there. I was her. I was her that used to tell everybody, I'm bored. I don't have nothing to do. My God, I think about how much time I used to waste. Gee, the weekends? I used to say, I'm so bored. I don't know what to do. Now, my weekdays, my weeknights, my weekends are so busy, and I still have more to do. But I can't believe the years I did nothing. Like literally nothing. And then it's like, oh, well, some people say, well, you need rest. I wasn't even resting. I was sitting up, watching TV, trying to have somebody come over and see me or me go see somebody. that I wasn't even supposed to be dealing with. Let me tell you, that trap of loneliness will mess you up too, because you sit here and think about how lonely you are. You'll literally waste a lot of time taking away from your purpose. Someone said a lonely person is somebody who doesn't know purpose. You got enough time to talk about how lonely you are. It's because you're not doing what you need to do. And that's married and no married. That's boyfriend, girlfriend, no boyfriend, girlfriend. It's so much to do. Yes, I'm all about self-care. Yes, I'm about taking a break. Y'all know I tell y'all all the time to do it. But I also am about being about your business. And if you don't know what that business is, figuring it out. So I'm not fussing. I'm not trying to fuss. But I am your slightly annoying virtual friend that's here to tell you, if not you, then who? If not now, then when? And if you don't know what, then let's figure it out. And it's time right now. Okay, so I hope this helps somebody. I hope y'all heard me. I hope y'all didn't turn me off because I got annoying. I hope y'all listened through that. It was a little painful and it was a little annoying, but yeah, I hope y'all heard it. It's like when y'all teachers say stuff and they sound like that person nagging and you're like, oh my God, but you know deep down inside that stuff is what you need to hear. It's like when your parent telling you some really good things and you might not seem like you're listening to it, but you let that thing sink in and you come back and tell them, I heard you, Mom. I heard you, Dad. Might not wanted to hear it at that time, but I heard you. So, yeah, that's what it is. Y'all get back in that ring. Get back in that ring. Let's fight. Let's go. Get you a trainer. Let's go. I'm here. I'm going to help you. We can do some jumping jacks. We can do some jump rope, all that stuff. Let's go. Like, let's get it going. I'm ready. I'm ready to see you win. I'm ready for the future you. I'm ready for you to be there with it. I'm ready for all of that. Like, let's go. I'm excited. Hey, Nelly Boo, how are you? So that's all I had today. Please share this with your people. Because I promise you, you're not the only person that needs to hear it. And I know you know some people that need to. So either tag them in it. Hey, Nicole girl. Tag them in it. Or go ahead and share it on your timeline. You never know who you can help. I'm usually trying to help one person, but I'm going to expand that. Now I'm trying to help 5 people. Like, if I can help 5 people out, like, I feel good. Like, that's the goal. I'm not on here just to hear myself speak because, like, I can talk to myself. Like, I've been doing that for a long time. I don't want to talk about that, but it's healthy. It's okay. But, like, literally, I'm trying to help somebody else because a lot of times we think everybody knows what we know, and it's not true. The little things that you think, oh, well, everybody should know that, it's not true. Common sense is not so common. So if I can sit here and help you with something that I think people should know and it help you to get to the next level in your life, then I'm doing something. And that's all I want. I just want to help. I said one person. I want to help about 5 people now. So if you can share this, it'd be great. Anybody who just got on, I'm about to be done. So if you're just getting on, please watch the replay. Please watch the replay. Thanks, girl. Trying something new. Watch the replay. I'm about to post it once I get off of here. But share. And if you're watching the replay, please type replay because I never know who's watching because people just don't say anything. I don't know if y'all shy or you just think that, I don't know. Please let me know that you saw this. Please let me know that you tapped in. If you got something out of it, type it in there. I usually reply or respond. Just let me know that it was something good to you, okay? That you was able to use it however you want. If you're a little shy, inbox me. Let me know so I can know that you heard it. I can know that it sparked something in you. That's the goal. I'm just trying to help out one conversation at a time. That's all it takes. One conversation at a time. I'm just trying to put some knowledge out there. So I love y'all. Y'all know what I'm going to say. Y'all know I'm going to not see y'all until Tuesday because that's how I get down. Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. So I will see y'all on Tuesday. So that means we're going to go through a weekend. I don't know if y'all in Chicago or not, but the weather is going to be nice-ish. So please get out, whether it's take a nice drive around, whether it's take a nice walk. It's unseasonable weather right now because, it was cold really like just this last week. And it's going to be a little warmer. So get outside, get you some sun. Y'all, sun is good for you. Just get it some air. Get yourself just that little bit of to go an extra yard. Eat you something that you want to. Take a nice bath. Do something nice for yourself. You deserve it. And then get to work, okay? Do something nice for yourself, but get to work. We got too much to do. I'm not going to, like, listen. All we do is win, win, win. Period. That's all. Okay? We don't have any other time for anything else, okay? And you know what I'm always going to say? You are enough. You are. You're enough. You're enough to get in the ring with you. You're enough to fight for your future. You're enough to fight for your present. You don't have to have another degree right now. You don't have to have a child. You don't have to be in a relationship. You don't have to have a healthy relationship. You don't have to have a lot of money in the bank. You don't have to have any property. You don't have to have anything else to start fighting for yourself. You are enough to fight for you. Because baby girl, nobody, or sir, nobody's going to fight for you but you. So you have to do it yourself. But you're enough. You don't have to wait until. I hear people say all the time, well, when I become, or when I do this, or when I do that, I'll start. No, 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 no. You are enough to start now. Right now. Right now. Okay? So, you already know. You're enough for me to love you. You're enough for God to love you. I hope you have an amazing evening. I hope you have an amazing weekend. I hope you do amazing things. I hope that this has started to have your brain think. I hope you get uncomfortable talking to me, because comfort is a booby trap, okay? And I hope that you're living your best life. And if you're not, I hope you fight for it. If you're not living your best life, that's okay. But I'm here to help you start fighting for that. It's possible. And if you don't know what that looks like, we'll figure that out too. We will. So I love you guys. And again, if anybody's popping on right now, I'm about to post this. Go back and watch the replay and share. Please, so that, somebody could see and get some inspiration. Because listen, we all trying to win. We got a few months left in 2020, and 2021 about to go, pew. We got stuff to do. Love you guys. Having a great night.